Actually, you know what? Let's go with the replay. I'll probably I'm gonna try to I'm gonna basically make this video for Stealth now. I hope he looks at it. So I'm gonna try to say what, in my opinion, he has done badly. I mean, of course, this is like I'm not gonna go into every detail, but let's just see. So, okay, so let's see. One looks H7 for this flank. Okay. I mean, the general idea is not bad. He wants to go very light on Bravo, just some holding force or something to distract me, and go full on Foxtrot. That's like a very viable tactic. You know, basically you can either say let's go full on Foxtrot and basically just get a few, 67 putty points from Bravo, or what I prefer to do, but that's like not saying one is better than the other. Or you can focus on this side and just get something for Foxtrot because Fox is easy to defend and just like to get a very strong holding force in there, and then later on push out a Foxtrot or push mid. So he chose the other tactic, which is perfectly fine. The idea is completely okay. As to his composition, so he's basically considering a full helo drop. I don't like that. Yeah, the chances that he will get in there are like it's nearly guaranteed basically, unless he gets like unless I would play, let's say, USSR or something and get an MA24V, basically shoot down the Lynx 8, Lynx 3 with my missiles, and basically, you know, against the H7 some Yak Bs or something would be enough. But even if I get the normal push in here and try to hold onto that very hard, and even if he gets in, then first of all his helicopters will die. If I have like two decent AA pieces, he will have no chance most of the time. And when I have some other kinds of vehicles as well. I mean, obviously speaking, as if I play something like Eastern Bloc or Cromwell, basically a meta deck. So then these helicopters would be basically dead. I mean, sure he could retreat them, but so what he would have left is some infantry. Some what are this? 3 SAS and then SBS squad. So what I would all I would have needed would be like, I don't know, 6 Mordschützen squads with BMP1s or 4 Mordschützen squads and a tank or something. So this is like very easy to get pushed out. What he needs is perfectly fine to get like 1 or maybe 2 SAS at the start. This is like completely fine. Um, he will probably reach the same because mostly the rocket pods are there to stun. Lynx 3 won't do much if I have decent AA. So just 1 or 2 Lynx SAS or maybe as SBS and an SBS, SAS to land there. The rocket pods to basically stun and stop the vehicles from pushing, and the SBS and SAS just to hold until the ground stuff arrive. You know, a Challenger 1 Mark 1 and some THs with Canadian rifles, some Erics, you know, stuff that actually defends the town. Put one of the tanks in here, into this little forest. Get a scout in here, Erics into that part, some A in here, a scout in here, you know, something like that. That would be a good holding force. And I mean, lots more, but you get the point. So that's when it comes to left. So just going pure healer drop is not a good idea. It's just too expensive, and your holding force will not be very good, very strong. For mid, 4 sections with a Fusiliers in them, I think, and a section with SBS, Challenger Marksman, and Aviary. Is a decent force, in my opinion, a bit too expensive. It's perfectly fine if you expect a mid push, but I think 2 sections, just 2 Fusilier squads would have been enough. And if it's in the deck a cheaper AA piece than the Marksman, something like a Centurion Marksman maybe, or a Wolverine would have probably been enough for mid, because you won't see a lot of helicopter play here. You know, that would be like 50 points less due to the Fusiliers, and let's say 35 points left because of the Wolverine. It would be another 85 points, would be a Maxos tank for the right side. So that's what I would have done if I would push here. But I mean, for idea-wise, that's not too bad. It's this is fine. It's just a bit too expensive, but we're not playing against. I mean, he's playing against me, but he's generally not gonna play against super high-level players, so that should be fine. But the general idea is good. That he wants to completely push into here, hold this, and get something for this. And if the enemy doesn't push, he gets that for free, basically. So this is the idea, and this is perfectly fine. Let's go on. What would I start? You can do. Um, I'm just don't see the reason for that. I guess, yeah, okay, I guess in this case it's a good idea because he wants to possibly snipe a radar A that flies through here and could stop his helicopter, so I can see the reason behind that. But of course, if you're not gonna, which you should not do, not gonna focus on helicopters, then don't buy a seaplane, of course. Like I said in the game, CV placement here very, very risky. I mean, sure, if I'm gonna blind out here, I'm not gonna expect it here, but as you saw, a scout from here was able to detect and kill it. So you should always put it in here. Unless, I mean, of course, if you're in pushing until this part or something, then of course you can risk more CV placement more to the front line. But people fairly often push into this part and then can spot the CV here. So yeah, very risky. So best placement would probably be here or at least at the back of this bush. He buys a Maxus for here and an S-Left. Yeah, that's fine. Maxas might be a bit overkill. I think if you're gonna buy a tank just for defensive, a Chieftain Mark 5 would be enough and is actually a perfect tank for that. So buying a Maxas just for flanks is too much. You don't you really in ranked you don't want to overinvest in flanks. That's the biggest mistake you can do, and that's the mistake most noobs do. Like if you're watching this stealth, which I hope you do, in your mudfight gameplay, one of your mudfight gameplays, for the where you started on the riverside, for the left side, at the between the two pointer one pointers. I mean, this is. I hope I'm gonna put in a screenshot or something here. You put, I think, a Challenger Mark II or something, which is way too much. All you need on this flank is like two S-levs, one left and one right or something. This is this is all you need because you mostly just need to spot if there's a push coming, which most likely does not. But I'm drifting away here. Let's focus on the game. Um, yeah, some small micro mistake putting the transport in front of the infantry, but that's like not the point of this video. Nice use of the H7. So after his drop, he obviously um, flew his helicopters over here and then tried to snipe my CV, which you can do. I guess he was doing it because he saw I didn't have a lot here. It would have probably been better if he tried to stop this push or this push, because if he saw that I barely have anything here, so he indirectly knows that I'm pushing somewhere else, and somewhere else can only be mid or left. 1 second. So yeah. So you could have used the Lynx H7s to mop up all the infantry here, the Lynx 3 to kill the vehicles and all that. GR7, yeah, you can do that. Try to snipe some tanks. They're perfect for tank sniping. F111C might have been better because of all the soft targets, but TH105 is not perfect for CV defense, but I think you don't have a lot of better options with Commonwealth, so I'm not gonna. So this is fine, just unload them. GR7, like I said, it would have been fine, but only 2 Bisons with Eric's coming out. I think it would have been better to instead of the GR7 buy some infantry, buy some Canadian rifles in the TH105, buy some Commandos 90s, anything along those lines would have been better, because the plane will not help you to come back here. The plane might snipe a few units, but it will not help you to actually get the ground back, which you need. Sure, I might have more vehicles here and pushed even further, but you just in a long term you will get the ground back. In the short term you won't with just the planes. Some Vickers and some TH-405s. Yeah, that's a good response to that. Yep, just yeah, that's also good. First waiting for the stuff to arrive, and then get a coordinated attack. Don't charge the Vickers Mark 11 forwards. They have only 2 front armor. Don't be afraid to use your infantry as meat shields, and have the TH-405s and Vickers behind. Don't be afraid to do that. They only cost 10 points each, so Asaf Tattoo not the best choice because ATGM obviously mostly work on long ranges, which you don't have here at the moment. Challenger 2, goodbye, because it counters basically every tank I have. Challenger 1 Mark 1 would have been enough, or a Mark 2, since I think... Oh no, in that deck he only has the Mark 1, I think. But other than that, yeah. He maybe expected me to have a T90S, then it's a good course of action. If not, a Mark 1 would have been enough. Challenger Mark 1. Challenger Marksman to stop the MI8. Yeah. No, I think it was the earlier one was killed, I think. Um, some micro mistake here. He must have seen my AC25K missing. What he should have done is pull back his Challenger 2 into this forest, or as far as he can. Or at the latest, at the point where he killed the scout, at least reverse into this direction here, where I'm looking at. So the SC25K is shooting at the front armor, but now it shows the side armor. And yeah, kills it. So this he also got to work a bit on his micro, but in the lower ranked games, the macro or the overview part is a lot more important than the actual micro, I think. So Bison's, those are not actually best for tank defense, base defense. Maybe he just wanted to get something quick for the BTR80 if he spotted it. I don't know if he did, but the TH-405s and the Canadian rifles are much better for that because they have more HP and the transport can also fight on its own. And the package costs the same, 25 versus 25. And the Bison being a bit faster does not matter here. Oh, shit. Yeah, now let me just quick go over to start the replay again. Replay. So yeah, like I said, the idea of hard pushing here and just sending a holding force in here is basically very good. It's just execution was fairly wrong. But from the idea here, in my opinion, this was probably the best game. I didn't watch every game he played, every ranked up game, every 1v1, but from the idea here, this was probably the best one. So yeah, he really got better with the ranked games. I hope you watched this Stealth. Feel free to, I don't know, add me on Steam or something else, or contact me otherwise if you have any questions or something. Before I forget, there's something else that is very important that I didn't talk about in the video. When playing 1 versus 1, it is incredibly well, you have to know where you will meet your enemy in the opening if you want to be somewhat successful. What I mean with that is, imagine both of you start with wheeled transports or wheeled vehicles. These circled areas that you will hopefully see now is basically where you will meet, roughly, if you both fast move to this position. This is very, very important if you want to push into this area, or if you do not want to push into this area. For example, if you want to push Bravo, then you obviously want to lightly defend Foxtrot. What I mean by that is that you don't defend Foxtrot by just reinforcing the town at the south, but you can actually just build your light defenses even a step further at the edges of these forests. And that way you don't get flanked that much in that big forest between Delta and Foxtrot because you see much. And you know at the start that this is there's no danger in moving up to this position. So this is like very important to know how far can I push or drive stuff up without having to fear that they will die. Same with that 1 versus 1 on Pettyfield. At the right side, where you pushed up or where you build up your defenses at your 2-pointer rather than at the edge of the 1-pointer zone at Bravo. So yeah, I hope this helps. Reddit or the subreddit should very or fairly soon make a list of such overviews for all the maps, I think, if I'm correct. So yeah, this is incredibly important to know because this is one of the biggest mistakes you did, Stealth, if you're watching this still. So yeah, that's about it. I thank you very much for watching and hopefully see you next time.